Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to open the window because hopefully that negates some of this echo that we have in this room. Probably going to buy some padding or something for this wall because I do my sales videos in here now and it echoes a little bit too much. But anyway, these are going to be the sales that have sold over the last weekend. It is Monday today. Got all my parcels to pack, so I thought I'll do this video for you guys today. We're going to start off real quick with two that I've sold to a viewer through Facebook. So we have sold, you would have seen these in my last charity video if you watched that, Zippy and the Kinder Fox right here. These have gone to Jane, who has purchased these through Facebook. These were up for £10 each and I did the deal for 15 for the pair. Including shipping, so they got quite a good deal on that one, so thank you very much for purchasing them. I appreciate it. Gets them out of my storage quicker than usual. So yes, moving on. So everything else has sold through eBay and we're going to run through them real quick. I picked this one up about 2 weeks ago, I believe now. This is the WWE SmackDown versus Raw duvet set. This is actually for a king size bed, I believe, or a double. So it's quite big. I paid £5 for this, and in the end we got £15 and 29 pence plus postage. So about £10 before fees and all of that lot. So not the greatest of profits on this one, but I was kind of taking a little bit of, not a risk, but you know, a punt on this one because I've never sold like kids or WWE kind of bedding before, but for £5 I thought it was worth a try, and it sold pretty quickly. So yeah, hopefully this goes off to someone who's going to enjoy it. So I'm just gonna put that one down there. I got hiccups this morning, so do excuse those if you hear me do a hiccup. Next up we have a London Clock Company twin bell Quartz alarm clock, and this is in the copper design. So I don't even remember how much I pay for this. There's a little bit of corrosion there on the bottom, but that's not battery corrosion, that's like the metal corrosion. But this thing does fully work. I would put a battery in it, but it is super loud. Like I would hate to have this as my actual alarm clock because it's so freaking loud. It's quite unbelievable actually, but it's a really nice design, and obviously with it being metal it's going to last a long time. Fully operational, and we got £10 on that one. So that has got to be boxed because otherwise that's going to get damaged. Even though it's metal, I don't want to like destroy the back of it because the back is plastic. So yeah, next up we have a tie. Believe it or not, I do sell ties on my eBay. They don't sell fantastically fast, but they do sell. And this one here is, I don't know how well you can see that, but this is a Looney Tunes. So we've got Tasmanian Devil, we've got Bugs Bunny, Tweety Pie up there. So yeah, this is a official Warner Bros. Looney Tunes tie. I literally pay about £1 per tie. I don't really go over that unless it's something I know that's going to sell. I believe this is full silk, or it might be polyester. I can't remember exactly. But this one sold for £10, so not too bad. Okay, next up. Oh, this one actually sold through the GSP, interesting. So a couple of weeks ago, it was actually, I think it's the same time I bought the bedding actually. I bought 4 of these Nescafe mugs. It was £3 for the 4, and they're actually really thick, which is quite good because it keeps your like tea or coffee nice and warm for a long time. And I was actually planning on keeping these for myself, but when I got home I got curious and I thought, oh, let's have a look, see if they're actually worth anything. And they were, so I put them up for 20 for the 4, which is actually pretty good. That's £5 per mug, and I got an offer of £16 and 99 pence, and I snapped their hand off and I took that, and these 4 are going off to somewhere I do not know because it's GSP, and I'm not going to click on it to find out because that's effort. Right, next up we have this box here. Now I packed this because I wanted to make sure I had a strong enough box for this. So this is actually 2 orders from someone over in the States who really enjoys Doctor Who. And if you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I bought that huge bundle of Doctor Who figures a while back. So yeah, we sold 2 sets to him. So actually we sold 5 sets to him. We sold 4 normal figures, so 4 figures and their magazines. I would show you exactly which ones they were, but we had to do new listings for them because it wouldn't let him pay for combined postage through a multi-listing or something. So I had to delist them and relist them with the correct postage. So he paid £34 for the original 4 items with the magazines. And then he paid £40 for another one, which was a special edition, the #1 edition, which had the big TARDIS model. So in total, he paid £74 for everything that's in that box. And then he paid £32, I believe, in postage. So that covers the weight of this box with Royal Mail track and signed all the way to America. So £32, which is quite a lot of money, but this is someone that collects Doctor Who stuff and he's in the United States. Obviously Doctor Who was not over in the States for a long time, so it's not as popular. But anyway, this stuff is shipping off to the US, which is good. Track and signed as well, so I'll be able to track it with him along the journey, because obviously when you ship to the United States, it can take a long time, especially now with everything going on with the pandemic and stuff like that. You want to be able to make sure you can see exactly where it's going. And for anyone that's going to say, oh, why didn't you use GSP? Because I get this question a lot, because I have GSP on, but I also have my own postage on because GSP is so expensive. The first message he got from me, the first message he sent to me was, is there any way to combine package? Because through GSP, I have to pay £40 for each item, or $45 or something per item. So that was just for one model, right? So one model which weighs maybe like 200 grams or something like that, it was charging him $45. And the entire lot, which weighs just under 2 kilos, I've been able to get for £32. So you can tell the difference. Obviously, if he'd had like 4 items go through GSP, it was coming out at like way over like $150 or something ridiculous. So yeah, it was super expensive. And my little bit of advice to you guys out there is, if you are capable of doing so, or if you want to do so, do try and work out accurate rates for at least the countries in Europe. The rest of the world is a little bit different, but at least the countries within Europe, find out how much it costs to ship one game. For me, I put games up international ship at £5. That covers the shipping. Obviously, if you want tracking, then it's going to be way more, because it's obviously, you have to pay, I think, £4 or £5 for tracking through Royal Mail for EU. So if you wanted to, you could put £10 tracking. £10 postage on a video game, that covers you up to, I think, 700 grams with a large letter, as long as it's under 2.5 centimeters thick. And that will go to any country within Europe, and that will probably still be cheaper than what they pay through GSP, because GSP is so expensive. I get messages all the time about GSP. Oh, why is GSP so expensive? I don't know. I guess they just have to cover costs, because I know that the depot that they use, they do actually unpack a lot of items and repack them for you, because they're responsible for getting it to the customer in a good shape. So they want to make sure that it's packed properly. So sometimes they will open your item and they'll repack it. So I guess everyone kind of pays a little bit extra to cover those costs as well. But the security of GSP is nice, don't get me wrong. I do like GSP. Obviously, which one was it that was going GSP? This one is going GSP. So this one, I would have had international postage put on there, and they've chose to pay through GSP. Why they chose to do that, I don't know. Maybe they have benefits of doing that. They know that they're getting a tracking number the whole way, something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, moving on. We had that really nice sale of the Doctor Who stuff. Next up, we have this Motorola Dual. This is a digital photo frame. And this one has sold for £19.99. And I don't remember where I got this from, to be honest. I wouldn't have paid more than a couple of pounds for it. I think I got it from my good charity shop. And it was just one of those ones that got thrown in with the bundle. So yeah. Next up, we have Harry Potter Fantastical Beast Deluxe Stationery Set. I'm actually going to set this down here so I can show you what's in it, because it's pretty cool. So I'm going to swing you around. I think, is it this side? No, it's this way. So this is like a stationery set and stamp set. So it comes with like this letter book here. You can write like notes in here and all that good stuff with the cool paper. Ooh. And then underneath there's like letter paper, and then there's stuff here for stamping, so you can put that in like an envelope, and then you have the oh god, I can't speak today. The wax melt. You melt onto the envelope like the olden days, and then there's the stamp here that you go, and then it like, you know, seals it and stuff. I don't really know what this is. This is like made of wood. I guess this is a large stamp if you wanted to do a huge stamp. I don't really know, but that's in there as well. Anyway, this is brand new, and this is sold for £10. The funny thing was I had two of these. I had an actual Harry Potter one, and I had this one, which was Fantastical Beasts. Obviously, it's in the same universe, but it's not as popular. So I had this one listed as Fantastical Beasts for maybe 6 months. The first one, the Harry Potter one, sold like instantly because it's Harry Potter, right? But because this one was only listed, oh, it's peeling off on the back, only listed as Fantastical Beasts in the title, it didn't sell. So I updated the name to have Harry Potter Fantastical Beasts, and it sold. So if you ever have anything Fantastical Beasts, I would recommend you putting Harry Potter in the title, because it will then show up amongst the other Harry Potter stuff, and it's more likely to sell. So yes, next up we have this mini Beanie Baby right here with the little tag. I believe these were actually like tree hangers for Christmas, like you put them on your tree. This one is sold for £2.50 plus postage. Funny thing, they actually paid more postage on that than the item. Right, next up we have these pair of Tims. There we go. Timberlands, size 8.5 men's, and I paid £2 for these at the CARBOOT, I believe. What was that, like a couple of months ago? Yeah, did really well on these. £33. They were up for 35. Took an offer of 33. They're not perfect. There is like staining right here. Don't know how well you can see that. It's like some sort of like blood on there or something. Disgusting. I did try and wipe that off. That was all obviously shown in the listing. But yeah. And they've gone for £33, so that's good. Good to see those ones fly out the door. Right, next up we have another Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Never pick up this book. It's trash, and it takes absolutely ages to sell, and it's heavy, it's bulky, and it's not worth much. £2.50 on this plus postage. I think I paid like £1 for it, so I didn't make any money, very little if any. So yeah, we're actually going to move over to this side of the shipping room, because I have an item stored over here which is going out. I don't know how I'm going to ship this, because this thing is massive and I do not want it to smash. So this is the Fisherman's Diorama that I picked up for £4, and this one has gone for 23 plus £10 postage. So this is glass, which I'm worried about, because any knock on this and that's just going to implode, which would not be good. So I'm going to have to pack this super padded, and then I'm going to have a couple of wraps of cardboard. I have a big cardboard box out there, so I'll probably cut that up and do some sheets, cardboard sheets, and then a wrap, and then maybe try and find a box for it. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to try and pack. What do we have? Where are you? You're hiding. Where did I put you? I saw you a second ago. There we go. Next up we have this little backgammon game. Small little backgammon. It's a magnetic like travel one. So nothing special there. That has gone for £5 plus postage. Next up we have the set of Lecroix. I did this last time. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Lecruiser, that was it. Lecruiser. Ugh. So we have the small and the medium sized pot. These are cast iron. I paid £15 for this set. Had it up for £150. Just I was like aiming for £150. It was like super high. Someone offered me £95 and I snapped their hand off. So we have this one here. As you can see, very heavy, I must say. And then this one here, which is the larger one. The good thing about this is they fit inside each other. So you can go like this. Like this. You can put some bubble wrap around this first one, plonk it into the second one, probably do some bubble wrap around this, and then put the other lid on top like this, and then do another bubble wrap around that. Put some extra bubble wrap around this because this is plastic and this will shatter if this gets hit. And then obviously you want to do a card wrap, and then if I have one, it will go into a box. If not, I will make a box out of card. Well, not make a box, but I'll do an extra wrap of card so it's just as, you know, secure as an actual box. Because one thing I do is I don't really buy cardboard boxes. I get my cardboard for free from places like shops and Costco and stuff like that. So I don't normally have the correct size boxes. So what I do is I cut and I do card wraps, and that seems to work just as well as an actual box. As long as you're covering all the sides and you're taping up properly, it should be fine. And then that card wrapped item will go into a poly mailer, so then it's waterproof as well, which is really good, because a lot of people will put it in a cardboard box and ship it like that. But obviously we live in England and it rains, so especially now where they're not like making sure you're answering your door for a parcel, a lot of couriers are just knocking, putting a letter through, signing themselves, and then leaving it on your doorstep. Now that's fine as long as someone doesn't steal it, but then if it rains, a cardboard box gets wet. Now an item like that, it doesn't really matter because it's a tub, it's a pot, right? But if it was something like a puzzle or something like that, the rain gets in and then it gets wet. So I always try and put a poly mailer around my boxes. Just it's an extra level of protection, you know what I mean? But I'm not telling you guys to do that because I know everyone has their own way of doing it. Anyway, next up we have 2 blank cassettes here. They didn't go for much. We got £4 plus postage on that. Next up we have another pack of Panasonic Hoover bags, vacuum bags should I say. This is actually not the correct pack. I was supposed to send out one in the bagged form, but I don't know what happened to it. I couldn't find it, but they're exactly the same. There's 5 in both packs. So I messaged the guy. I said the one that I was supposed to send you I can't find. I have an exact same one. It's actually a more newer one. It's exactly the same model, but it's a newer one and it's in a box. Is that okay? And he said sure, as long as it fits. I don't care. So I've had to delist one of them and I'm going to ship that out instead. They were up for the same price. It literally makes no difference to me. But yeah, I didn't know where the other one went, so I've either obviously sold it and relisted it for some reason or somehow, or it's over there somewhere and I just can't find it. Anyway, next up we have 2 Human on the Xbox 360, and this has gone for £3. Now I've actually sold a puzzle and I've missed it on my list. Where is it? There it is. It's all the way back up the top. So I sold this amazing looking puzzle. Look at that. Look at that. Let me zoom in. Look at that wizard in his wizard's tower. Isn't that cool? I think I paid like £1 maybe for that. And it is sold for £14 and £3 postage. So that is everything that has gone out over the weekend. That was 18 items plus 2 that I sold over on Facebook. So 20 total items. A little bit shy of what we normally do over the weekend, but that's fine, that happens. I believe payday is in a few days, so hopefully sales skyrocket. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed my sales. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe, and of course I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Love.